Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Aries? Thank you so much for deciding to click here. I've got some oracles here that I'm going to throw down for the overall energy for the week ahead, and then we're going to get some tarot on it to get some details of the overall energy. And thank you so much for stopping in here. I appreciate you. Look, if you've never been here before, I'm always reading for the week ahead. So whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate. We're not all on the same path. We're not all getting to the crossroads at the same time. So if you are interested in looking into the past readings, you might find something there that resonates for you now. If you are brand new, there is a subscription button in the bottom right hand corner of this screen where I live if you're interested in staying. Happy birthday, friends. I hope you're having a beautiful Aries season. I hope you're coming out of all these crazy energies in your sign. Okay, with things working out for you finally, you should start seeing some of those things work out for you. Let's find out what's going on here. My ride or dies, thanks for showing up. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got breaking trail. There you go. You're at the beginning of something. And a breakthrough is at hand. So here comes the breakthrough you've been waiting for. So I want to say that all of this tumultuous energy that's been in your sign over the month of March, I feel now you're going to start feeling it in this first and second week of April. It feels like you're at a place where you've never been before. So if you feel a little bit terrified, it's okay to feel a little bit terrified. But you have some sort of a breakthrough at hand that it's like you've been shoveling and shoveling and shoveling. And then you look back and you realize how far you've come. Like you realize, boy, I've really done a lot of digging. And it feels like it felt like such arduous work, but I feel like you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. We've got first light. Oh, I love it. The beginning of a new cycle. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. This actually is an eclipse. It's a moon and a sun together. So it does look actually like the partial solar eclipse that we had in your sign on the 29th. So this is a new beginning, a new cycle here. And it feels like you're supposed to go slow and take your time. Make sure that you are watching for things that might stop you up here. It says here, fogged in, go slow and take your time. So not everything might be bright and clear when you first get to the first light, because sometimes, as we're driving along, especially if you're going like from a sunshiny area into like an underground parking, your eyes take a moment to adjust, right? So it feels like your eyes are going to take a moment to adjust, but you're going to see how far you've come here, that you're breaking trail, and now you're going to notice the breakthrough is what it feels like in the week ahead here. Tell me more about Aries. Tell me more about Aries. I'm putting a lot of hard work into something here. Breaking trail. It's a place that nobody's ever been before, and that's why it's been so hard for you. You're the trailblazer. You're the beginning, right? You're the beginning of the zodiac, friend. You're the leader. You're the trailblazer. So I feel like you're going to see the breakthrough soon. So hang in there. We've got healing chaos. Woo, boy. Yes. So the chaos is about to be healed, and I think I was kind of just dancing around that before, saying like something that is, you're finally going to see the hard work that you put in. So maybe it's just holding on for dear life. Maybe that's all it was. Well, the tornado was coming through, ripping things out of the ground and throwing things around, because we've got butterflies around this tornado. And so I feel like there is something that is, I'm going to say, pulling things out of the ground, things you didn't need. It's like everything's being tossed about. I'm talking about you, I'm not talking about those of you who've just been through the tornado. And if you have, I know that there's been a lot of tornado activity already. I hope that you are safe. But we have the healing chaos. I feel like whatever it is behind you now. And now you're going to look back for the tornado because you're like, how close is it? But what you realize is that you've actually come such a far way. The tornado isn't even following you. It's like you've got some sort of a breakthrough. You've been breaking ground. We've got action. It's all the action that you've been taking here. So I feel like you will be taking action in the new cycle. Look, this could be the Ace of Wands, which is your energy, right? Lots of fiery energy in the sky. We've got solitude. You're coming out of solitude to take action in some sort of new beginning. Tell me more about Aries. Feels like a renewed energy here, Aries. It's like you're taking a walk outside and you're taking a big breath of the fresh air. Maybe it's fresh in spring where you are. It's a beautiful day here today where I am in central Canada. We can finally go outside and do outdoor activities without freezing. Tell me about this? Okay, there it is. Got service. I feel good when I can help others. Well, I think that you're a person who's probably always in service. You're always helping somebody with something here, Aries. Or, and maybe you're not even going out there and actively helping people. Just by being the leader and having people follow you is enough help for others, I feel, to see that you're brave enough to do it so they feel like they can be. So we've got changes, as I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And so we have movement. We have movement in the breakthrough. We have movement in the first light because you're coming out of something. We have movement in the boat. You'd been fogged in, but you are no longer fogged in. And we have solitude. Again, there's a boat. So it feels like there's a lot of movement here. And it's all coming up to change. So I feel like in the week ahead, there's going to be some changes that are showing up for you. You're going to finally start to see the fruits of your labor. There's going to be some type of a breakthrough. Let's talk about that. Let's get some tarot on it. Aries, if you are interested in a private reading, please know that a couple of things have changed. First of all, I'm now using the sister site to Wizio, which is called Hipsy. You'll see that link pinned in the comments below and in the description of this video. Also, if you already have booked with me once and you already have a Wizio username and password, it's going to work in the Hipsy site. I've also added some services, which is I'm going live one-to-one with phone readings and readings that are through chat. So if you're interested in that, please check that out on Hipsy. The link is below this video. Let's find out what's going on for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, good. The Queen of Swords is here. So the breakthrough is at hand. And what's the breakthrough? It's the Queen of Swords. I kind of love that because whether you're the feminine or the masculine, for me, before you step into the Empress shoes, for me as a reader, the Queen of Swords always shows up just before the breakthrough. So the Queen of Swords is, for me as a reader, it's just maybe coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidence. So it's like the Queen of Swords is always hovering when we're about to see the Empress, because the last thing is to step up, be counted. I speak for myself. I'm now going to liberate myself. I got something to say, right? And I'm not going to say it in a way that is very emotional. I'm going to say it in a way that's very factual. And the Queen of Swords never really wants to ruffle feathers with anyone, but pardon me, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's just stating facts. So your breakthrough is now you're speaking for yourself, is what it feels like. Healing chaos. Tell me about that. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So beginning again. So whatever the chaos was that came around, the tornado that tossed things here and there, I feel like you're gathering everything, regrouping, I want to say, and getting your balance again. And this person's standing on one foot, right? So you're getting your balance again. And it feels like even just a little bit of balance is what is coming up for you here. And it's preparing you for some sort of change that's going to be coming up at the end of the week. We've got the Five of Cups. So I want to say that it's been emotionally tough for you, and that's about to change. I feel like things are kind of emotionally spiraling out of control a little bit for you. And whether that's in your own mind or maybe that's people who are thrusting that upon you from their lives. But it feels like this Five of Cups is telling me that you're no longer going to be in this energy of feeling bad about it anymore. I feel like that's about to change. If you've been in a sad energy, you're about to feel more energized by taking action in this new cycle. This spot I left here purposefully because we're going to look at after, not next week, but the week after. That's these two cards. So we're looking into the third week of April here. What can we expect? A Tower. And that's what happens when change comes, right? Change in the Tower. And when we decide that we're going to make change or we're going to get out of the way of the chaos and decide to heal it all, that's when everything begins to change. All the parts start to move and the Tower shows up and throws to the ground everything that was the illusion. And so everything begins to change. And so whenever there is change present, there is, of course, a Tower because it's time to move on. We've got the Moon energy here. So I'm going to say that not next week, but the week after that, you are going to experience a Tower. I don't feel that you see that it's coming, but it does feel like it's an emotional one. I don't feel like it's something that's going to put you into a hard emotion. I feel like it's the Tower is clearing the way or clearing the path or renovating something, throwing to the ground something that you didn't need that you're going to change. And I think it is this emotional stuff that you were holding back is what it feels like here. Yeah, there's an acceptance of something here. It says, I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. And I feel like once the change does finally come, that's when the Tower shows up, when everything else around you begins to change. But I feel like it's changing for you, not against you. You know what I mean? So we got the Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Swords for Aries, please. We've got the Queen of Wands as well. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. Well, this is kind of great energy. The Ace of Wands is here. That's your energy, the Ace of Wands. So you really are breaking trail. Look, when the Five of Swords shows up in the reverse for me as a reader, it does feel like something is being resolved, or we are reconnecting, or we're going to reconnect so we can resolve something. It feels like we are coming to a place now where I need to get everything out of the way that does not serve a purpose for me, because I have trail to blaze here. You're a trailblazer. You're breaking trail. So it feels like this Queen of Wands is exactly the energy you need to propel you forward, right? This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy in a general reading. We also have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So I want to say that you're being really practical and thinking it through. You're not just running at things. The Queen of Wands would just run at things, but the Queen of Swords reminds her, look, we got to have a plan. Got to be practical. And I know that you have all the firepower, and you know you can make change, and you're doing it independently, and you don't care if people see you fall down. But I feel like what you resolve is that I must do it in a way that is logical and practical, and I need some facts, what's going to happen along the way. And so the Ace of Wands is here, and it feels like there's something really exciting that is going to start to surface because of all the hard work you've put in. And it's going to bring you balance here, because the chaos is behind you, friend. Whatever this chaos is, whether it's in the mind or in your life, in your money possibly, we do have the Death card. That's why you were feeling all the chaos, because you were in the midst of transition. So I think that I just did the water signs, and I'm pretty sure that we talked about this, whether it was on the bottom of the deck or in the reading. It's showing up in a lot of the readings now, because we are through the eclipses. And so now things are beginning to change, because the Tower came, right? The eclipses are the Tower. The Tower came and threw everything to the ground. And now it's time for us to start healing. So the transitional part, right? As we're not at the end. We're not in the old vibration. We're not yet in the new vibration. But it is this particular vibration that will put you in a place of being really darn uncomfortable, because you are waiting for the end of something, and you're not quite out of this old cycle, and you're not quite in the new cycle here, waiting for something to begin again here. We've got the Knight of Cups, and we have the Lovers. Okay, so for some of you, it might be a partner. A new partner might be on the horizon. And it could be that maybe you're thinking about it, because the Lovers really ultimately is a choice to share yourself with somebody, to whether it's platonic or romantic, right? And the Knight of Cups tells me that for some of you, it could be romantic, or that you're just choosing to open your heart to romance. And I feel like that could be one of the big changes that's coming here. The butterflies are here. We've got the Death card here. We've got the Tower here. It feels like this is one of the big changes that you're going to be making in your life, that you're softening your heart just a little bit. And that you, the Knight of Cups tells me that you're choosing to soften your heart just a little bit, coming out of this transformation. I think this transformation took it out of you. I'm just going to say these energies, you might be somebody who felt every bit of these energies for sure. So what's changing then? Because I feel like we have a Tower on one side, then we have change, and then we have the Five of Cups. And I think that is what's changing. It feels like it's an emotional change. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the High Priestess. So it feels like you're going through this change alone, or by yourself, or you're not telling people that you feel that there is an inward change going on here. I feel like you're about to see the fruits of your labor. I was just saying that at the beginning of the reading, right? And I'm just saying that because the Ace of Pentacles is here. You can see that there's already rooting, right? So it's like you breaking trail, you're planting the seeds or whatever it is, and now you can go in the house and open those maybe you had some seeds that were rooting in jars, or maybe you're the person who does planting, right? And so you're like, I see somebody like opening the wet paper towel, and there's like little buds on things. So it feels like that. It feels like there is that you've not been telling people that you actually planted some seeds, and the seeds are about now to root. It's time to take the tomato plants out of the garage and put them in the ground, is what it feels like here. So the High Priestess is somebody who's doing it silently. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse is really great energy in the reverse. It is an energy of having stability, and things are moving slow enough that you can keep up. And so I feel like the emotions that you were feeling, the negative emotions or the regret or whatever it was, in this lack here, this lack energy, I feel like you're beginning to get your stability from that. And the High Priestess tells me it's because you've either been taking, you know, a course that's teaching you how to learn to deal with these types of emotional disappointments, or that you have been praying or meditating, but you are connecting to your source. You could be someone who gets your answers through tarot reading, through other divinations, right? And so it feels like what's changing here is that you're going to start to see that things are actually taking root, is what it is here. Tell me about the Moon and the Tower. There's a Tower showing up here that I feel is going to be emotional for you, and I think it's because you're going to be breaking away into a new chapter, and that means you're going to have to leave some things behind. So I feel like the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy tells me that you feel the rumble. You feel that it's showing up here, but you don't know what it is. Tell me what this is. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Two of Wands. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, it's a new job that's showing up. That's kind of cool. So if you've been waiting for a new job, you've been waiting to hear, I feel like you're going to hear probably in the week ahead. We've got the Two of Wands, which is being at the crossroads, but also somebody has made a decision. The person's got their hand on the wand, right? So somebody here has made a decision, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like something has been quiet, or you've been waiting for it, or I'm looking over the details. Look, I thought I said, like, it's like you're looking over the details. I'm sure I answered that question correctly. I'm sure that's supposed to work out for me that way. But we do have the Eight of Pentacles, and so I feel like you got the job. And it's not going to be for all of you, understand, because not all of you are at this place where you're supposed to get the job. So not all of you are at the crossroads at this time. So I feel like it's not next week that you hear, but the week after that, that the Moon energy is here. You don't see it coming. It's going to come in as a Tower, because I feel like you, at this point, when you don't hear from them, you're already thinking, well, that's it. I didn't get it. I guess they probably chose another candidate. Maybe I'm going to get the no thank you, you suck letter right at the end. That's not what it is. I'm just saying. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I like this. So it's like, I feel like, oh, there's happiness here too. So I really feel like for some of you, we are talking about a job, because this is a network or a community, or possibly the workplace, where you're being mentored by someone, or you're going to be mentoring someone. But we have the Three of Cups, which tells me complete happiness here. And it's because you are in the zone. Meditation. No more holding back here, friend. I feel like whatever it is that you want is about to show up for you here. All you have to do is to choose to stay out of the chaos and be comfortable with being uncomfortable, which is right now where you're still not out of the old vibration and not quite in the new vibration. You're sort of in the dead zone, or the gray zone, as I like to call it. You're traveling about in the gray zone, and that's the only thing that you need to worry about. But I feel like everything changes from this point. It brings you happiness, brings you excitement, and possibly for some of you brings you a new job. Eight of Pentacles also working on the self, right? Self-mastery. So you might be seeing the fruits of your labor and your self-mastery. You might be start to notice the changes that have taken place. All right. I'm going to leave that there for you. Thank you so much, Aries, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, because I'm always back. I hope you will be too. Take care. Bye-bye.